Hello and welcome to your daily oracle reading for Friday, March 15th. Beware the Ides of March. I'm Linda the Lightworker and I'm so glad you stopped by. And I want you to know that I'm back up doing personal readings again. So if you'd like a personal reading for you, just about what's happening in your life, or perhaps a second opinion, I love giving second opinions about decisions or whatever is happening, go ahead and email me at lindathelightworker@gmail.com and I'll get you scheduled in just as soon as I can. My rates are very reasonable and I look forward to hearing from you. Okay, let's jump right into the cards. We're starting off with this beautiful card that I don't think I've seen before come up, and this is the door to personal healing and happiness. Wow, what a wonderful card. This means things are moving forward, things are working out. All that hard work you've been doing, you are on the receiving end, or you're starting to receive some of the fruits of this labor. And as you move through this doorway, you're going to see that there's even more and more goodness out there waiting for you. It's a beautiful reminder that you've been putting your intentions and focusing your energy in the best possible way, and things are working out. And Spirit is really inviting you to notice all of this good stuff that's happening on your way. You got the rainbows and you got the, I don't know what that is. I don't know, it looks kind of like a ghost through there. I don't know, but you've got some birds and you've got animal spirits and you've got all this good stuff. This good juju is just coming your way. And what is important is that you receive it. Do I need to say that again? You have to receive this goodness because you've earned it. You've been working very hard and you need to just keep moving forward and keep noticing how things are working out. So when I asked for a little bit more clarity, I went to, of course, the Motherpeace tarot deck, and I get this beautiful 5 of discs. Now, for some of you, this literally means time to schedule that massage, or maybe someone will gift you one, or something will happen magical that way. But this is also a card reminding you that you are able to give and receive all this goodness that's around you, this good energy. You're able now to be a willing participant in sharing this positive energy that's going to lead you to deeper happiness and personal growth and all of that good inner work you've been doing. This is a card about really celebrating and noticing how far you've come. I know I mention that all the time, but it's important for us to remember where we were a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago. Oh my gosh, to help us to stay present. You know, when I first was even considering about relocating to Santa Fe, I thought, well, I want to get a job of some kind so that I have some income coming in, right? Because that's the way this paradigm works, right? I need some money coming in. So I was applying for jobs that suited me 10 years ago, but it was where I was stuck in my head professionally and not where I am today. And so being able to notice where I am and be honest with who I am, I've been able to create more opportunities for myself by being honest of how I want to create a living for myself. So I'm just using that as an example of ways for you to notice, like, are you doing the same kind of work that suited you years ago, but not who you are now? Just remember, you're in the perfect spot to give and receive this positive energy from others all around you, or those who are on your team, or be able to afford some real body care so that you can really knock those kinks out. And remember that when we have suffered trauma, our body, it freezes, right? It goes, trauma, right? It creeps, it freaks out, and it goes, And so then our nerves and our muscles and our muscle memory get stuck in that very agitated, fearful, fight or flight sort of spot. So by doing massage and working out those deep old wounds in our body where we literally, why we have those knots in our back or in our legs or wherever they are, that is just that delayed energy from past trauma that really wants to be broken up and to be released. And sometimes, you know, I know many of you are massage therapists. When you're on a table or you're giving or you're receiving massage, not only will you receive intuitive messages, but you'll be able to heal that pain from long time ago. I remember the first time I started doing the Rolfing technique of massage. I think this was back in the late 90s when Rolfing was really coming up. And the Rolfing technique is really like where they're taking their fists and they're really digging into you really hard, or so it felt hard. I mean, it's very personal. It's very subjective to your body. They could be just lightly pressing on you and it can feel like, that's too much. It's too much, because that's where our level of stress is, because we hold that in our shoulders and our back. So by going deep and getting some of that deep tissue work, you may cry or you might have some sort of emotional outburst, but it is a release of when that trauma took place and took hold in that part of our bodies. So this is great. Go ahead. Remember, schedule your massage. Oh, maybe I'll be going to Ojo Caliente one day soon and getting my massage. All right. So when I asked for my Divine Action card deck, I got two cards that fell out. The first one is Notice the Signs. And I know we've talked about that many times this week, but it is important to notice when Spirit's showing up, when your spirit guides are here. Are they giving you angel numbers? Are they, I know I've said it before, I love 1, 2, 3, 4, 12, 34. I love it when everything's neat and orderly, all the numbers are all lined up. It's just notice when things are working out. My old house address was 456. My new house address is still a 456. It's crazy how these numbers show up and give us signs and confirmation, just so that it can dial down, turn down that dial of anxiety that can work up when we are moving in new directions. So notice the signs and then appreciate the journey. Noticing how far you've come, noticing the signs, and really saying, wow, I can't believe it was a year ago and I was facing whatever it was. Not for me personally, I had double pneumonia and my sister was diagnosed with cancer. It was horrible. Like, oh my gosh, look at how good life is, and notice how far we came from such a terrible time, and notice the signs and how everything has worked out so perfectly. She's doing great. She's in full remission, so we're very happy about that. So just take time to notice your journey. And I want to notice you and thank you so much for stopping by. And I hope you know how much I love you and how proud I am of you and how far you've come this week. You might have had a few challenges, but here's Friday and things are all working out. And really appreciate everything you've been through this week, this past month, this past year, and on the beware of the Ides of March and how well you've done. All right, my dear, I love you, and I'm going to see you next time.